When I was working in fear, it started out because I was scared I was going to be homeless and not be able to eat food because I dropped out of school and had no degree. My parents were kicking me out of the house. So this fear built, and then I started working out of fear. And the funniest thing is I had been really interested in coding software. That was my thing. Once I was getting kicked out, this giant fear was created, and then I was working creating this software out of fear. So I was waking up every day with stress, like I need to create this thing, I need to do this work. And then what happened over time was a subtle shift, because once I was making enough money to live, and it's not like an extraordinary amount, just enough, then there was a subtle shift that started to happen where I started to be worried just of losing that stability, losing that financial security. Like I'd always be concerned about loss all the time. So now I'm constantly still in fear. I'm still in fear, afraid of losing what I have created. And so then when things were going well, let's say like we're making more money, and also let's say there's nothing going wrong with the business, no issues happening, then they're starting to become like a desire, like, oh, this business could be so much better, it could be like amazing. So then there's this desire, and meanwhile in each one of these things I'm working morning till night with this energy, like first with fear of being homeless and broke and not being able to eat, and then next worry. All I'm doing is eating food, working out and working, and just in this fear, and when I'm just in this worry. And then it switched to everything's going good. Now I'm in this desire to grow the business, to be bigger, to be more secure, to imagine a life that I could live that might be amazing, right? And without any worry. If you just listen to that, like a life without fear, like what? And so living in fear, imagining and hoping for a day outside of this life that I'm living, which is in fear. You see, it's all happening in that moment, and I'm already financially secure, but in my mind, I'm not. And then, so I want to talk about this desire, because the desire for the business to grow, and then I start working every day with this growth mindset. And what I realized is that desire is built on fear. I mean, you could just hear what I just said right now. The desire to be able to lock in security for the rest of my life. Oh, I don't just want to be being okay. And we don't know how long we're going to live in this life. That's number one. And I already was financially secure at this time, but I'm just going, I want to push it to the next level. I need to be feeling safe and secure for the rest of my life. So that desire is all based on fear. It's all based on fear, everything. And then even for like, say small desires, I would like to have a house, like a decent sized house. Nothing crazy, but just like a nice, decent house. And that desire right there, there's already like a lack built into it. Like I don't have what I would like to feel like I'm living the best version of my life. And so then there's already this feeling like I'm not enough, I'm not able to rest, or I'm not there yet, because of this desire for like a cozy home that I would imagine. These desires, these worries, these fears, they're just compounding into like this life of fear and worry, right? Because that's being motivated by fear. Essentially, you're waking up each day and you're moving and doing the work with fear. And now I'm learning how to wake up and be motivated with love. If I could remember, the first experience I had was the realization that I was ultimately doing all of this work for myself. Like I actually went into a depression because I was recognizing that this fear is self-centered and hollow. All of this work is just leading to emptiness, because I will die and it's not gonna actually impact anyone else in a positive way, or a way that I felt was positive to other people. It was like this hollow, empty void of just me taking care of myself and worried about myself and all this stuff. And so I went into a depression because of that. On my way out of this depression, I had came to the realization that I only want to live and do things that are going to impact other people in a positive way, that are meaningful to me. And so that already started the kind of trickle down this motivated with love. And the more and more I'm learning, I'm realizing that like when I live in this moment at peace, content with everything, not needing or seeking anything else, then that is when my interest for life starts to increase. Like, wow, look at how beautiful everything is. Like I'm fully here right now within these trees and the birds. And now I'm starting to learn, like, what are these? Something will pull my attention more than other things. And slowly that connection with life and interest with life starts to create a motivation. And then you can see how if you see someone in this feeling of connection with life, if you're connected with other people and you see someone who's struggling with something I feel like I can help with, now all of a sudden I'm caring for someone else because it's bringing me meaning to share something I've learned. And then my whole life starts to be built off of this, living in this moment with love and peace and not seeking anything outside of it. And when the action itself, like, is, for instance, when I know I'm working with love when I feel fulfilled with the actual thing I'm doing right now. I don't need anything outside of this moment. I don't need a result. I don't need to be given anything for what I'm doing. What I'm doing is the most valuable thing. It brings me the most meaning just to do this right now. And I think an entire life can be built off of that. Like if I live that way each day, then slowly I will create a life that's created off of love and connection. And there's no worry, like if I'm gonna die. Like I think that's oftentimes something that people worry about and creates fear. But when that fear kind of like goes away, when I realize that like we are a part of life and there is no separation from you in this life. You are this life, everything. And there's no worry. There's no worry. It's nothing to worry about. Because the key is to really be here present in this moment, right? Just to be aware in this present moment is to care. Interest is caring. Learning is caring. Learning and love are like the same thing. There's already been a study that shows that fear and stress, it literally diminishes the ability for a child to learn, well, any person to learn something. And actually being at peace is creating a mind, a calm nervous system that's content and present in the moment is going to be able to learn. So it's all connected. And that's really how life is made, quite honestly. It's like how anything positive grows in a healthy way is going to be built off of love, A lot of negative, destructive things are created out of fear, honestly. So yeah, my life was built off of fear. Up until this point in the past 2 years, I'm working on transitioning to love and living that way, at peace, content in the present moment, fulfilled with the action I'm taking right now, seeing the meaning in it. How I'm impacting other people is meaningful to me. And so I suppose I'm just making this video for hopefully someone out there who is just like me, who was or is working out of stress and is trying to understand or hoping that one day they're gonna be able to be at peace. Like only if I just keep working in fear, eventually I'm gonna be at peace. But actually, it's the other way around. If you are at peace now, living with love and motivated by it, you'll create the life that you're looking for. Because ultimately, if you live in fear, then it's just conditioning the mind to keep living in fear. The longer you live in fear, the more you condition your mind to be that way. That's what I realized. Because no amount of money was gonna get me out of that worry of whatever it might be. There's always something to worry about, I know now that love is really the way to live, to be motivated. And I'm just here to share that. So if you appreciate this video, please leave a comment. I love hearing about your stories and what you're going through. I know I'm not the only one out here who's dealing with this. Also, make sure to check out the description if you want to chat on the phone together with me. I like talking to people who are going through similar things than I am. That's why one of the reasons why I make these videos is to connect with people who are going through similar things that I have. And so it's not like I'm not charging for it or anything. I literally just want to talk to somebody else who's going through what I'm going through. I hope you have a wonderful day.